This week on Midmo J.
Kill a big gobbler.
The cold weather that plagued us during youth season continued into regular season. Temperatures were in the 20s with 10 to 20 mile an hour wind. Opening day was unproductive without a single gobble heard. The only thing I saw was deer on and off. On day 2, the weather was better and the gobblers were fired up on the roost. On the way in, Dad and I walked into 4 different gobblers, and we set up in the middle of all 4. When the gobblers came off the roost, they didn't really want to play ball. They were roosted back here in these cedar trees. When they come off the roost, they picked down the ridge just right across from me and went down to the creek down in here. Once I was satisfied the turkeys had moved on, I moved down to another ridge and spent another couple of hours watching deer. That evening, with the aid of Dylan, I roosted 2 birds on a ridge that I was very familiar with. The gobblers were right on the creek, so I knew the next morning I was going to have to make some covert moves to get close to them. I positioned myself in the dark, and by a lot of luck of not falling over a log, within what I thought was 70 to 80 yards of where the gobblers were.
Yes. Kill a big gobbler. That couldn't have worked any better. He was roosted maybe 75 yards from me. In the dark, I was able to get my decoy out. I put out a breeder setup. He couldn't stand it. He come right into it. I called him in shot him about 15 yards, if that. He was roosted in the fork of that tree right there. They came down to my left, back in here, over on that ridge, and the two gobblers fought a little bit. And he worked down in here and come up right up this path right here. I killed him right there. You can see where the leaves are kind of rustled up. That's where I killed him. I'm a happy boy this morning. Like I said, that couldn't have worked any better. Nice big bird. It's probably got 1.25 inch spurs. Good sharp hook. I'll show that here in a second. It's a nice bird.
So that's my first bird down, and turkey season has started with a bang. Dylan and I have both put a bird on the ground, but there's plenty of tags left to punch. There's 2 weeks of turkey season left, and I'm sure there's much more action left in store for us this year. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.